Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Caitlin and this is where I teach you everything I know about sewing and we learn more together along the way. Today is my stop on the Sew Frugal challenge. If you are not familiar, I actually participated last year as well, so I will link that video down below. It ended up being one of my, actually it might have been my most viewed video in 2022. So Sew Frugal is where you use free patterns and fabric from your stash to create something new, and then at the end of the month we all share it. Now I think the official challenge is happening over on Instagram, so I will make sure I leave all of that information down in the description box as well. And if you know me or you've been following around, you know that I don't really have Instagram anymore. So I'll be revealing my make here on my channel on the last day of the month with the rest of my March makes. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you know exactly when that video goes live. So last year I kind of made it a pretty big video. I shared a lot of different things, a lot of different options. This year I have dialed it back. A lot of the reason being because I didn't know what else to share. I could probably still make all of those things that I shared last year, and I might actually go back and see if I want to use some of those for spring. But I did choose 3 patterns this year to share with you. The way that I chose them is need-based. So if you know me, again, you know that I am a self-defined minimalist. I don't really have a lot of clothes. I don't sew frivolously or, much of the frosting, if you will. I mostly sew based on what I need in my wardrobe or what my kids need or my husband needs. So that being said, I do need a new t-shirt dress. Oh my goodness, I made one last year or the year before? Year before, I think. Loved it so much, so hard, wore it all the time, used it as pajamas later on. It was just fantastic. And then I left it at a campground in Manitoba. Yeah. So that was unfortunate, and now I need a new t-shirt dress. So I'm thinking this time around of going with a Raglan style. Now there's a free pattern I found and it's called the Raglan style tee from It's Always Autumn, and this is completely free, but it is only in size large. So I think I might have to size it down either just by playing with the percentage on my computer or by making it up and then taking in the side seams if I need to. I really do like Raglan style on my body type, especially with a larger bust. I find that it all fits really nice in here and it doesn't really draw more attention to my shoulders, like making me more top heavy. So I'm going to try that. Yeah, so I thought that would be fun to hack into a dress. So I might even do like a little bit of a tutorial on how to do that. I also found a tutorial for a t-shirt dress with a ruffle at the bottom, and I think it is so cute. I will definitely link this down below. However, it does use store-bought t-shirts. So you use a t-shirt for the top, a long t-shirt, and then you buy a second t-shirt to create the ruffle. And while that's great, obviously not really what I'm into. So if I were to go that route, I think I would just start with the Green Style Creations green tee if I wanted a set-in sleeve and the V-neck. However, I am leaning more towards the Raglan style just because I like the way that it fits. Maybe I'll have to figure out how to hack that, put a V-neck on the Raglan t-shirt. And as for fabrics from my stash, I actually have 2 options and they're both pinkish. So they've been in my stash for a while. This is a boyfriend jersey from the Fabric Snob. It is kind of transparent. I'm not sure. I'll have to hold it up to my skin and see how bad that is, if like underwear will show through it or whatever. And I have, I think, 1.5 meters of this. It goes down past my knees, so it's quite long, and then I think it's 60 inches wide. So that is option 1, and I would definitely do the short sleeve whichever dress I decide to make, or maybe I'll make both, I don't know, we'll see. And then there's also this coral, and this is a rayon jersey, and it is also somewhat transparent. So yeah, I'm gonna have to hold those up to my body and see what happens there. And this one would also be 1.5 meters, maybe even 2 meters. And I don't think it's quite as wide as, well, it's pretty close to the same width. So I could make the t-shirt dress in either of those. So we'll have to see if I decide to put a ruffle on the bottom of this t-shirt dress, if I decide to do a raglan sleeve, and if I decided to do a v-neck, as well as which fabric I'm going to use. There are a lot of free knit t-shirt patterns out there. I actually did a comparison video between 3 of them, so I'll link that down below. If you have a favorite, go ahead and use that, lengthen it, add a ruffle, Bob's your uncle. And if you're looking for more inspiration, there are a ton of other content creators participating in this challenge here on YouTube. So you can just search hashtag Sew Frugal and they should all pop up here on YouTube and you can get a ton of different ideas. In fact, one other thing I need in my wardrobe is a pair of casual pants. I don't want elastic waist, but I need them to be for like everyday wear. They don't necessarily need to be jeans, just something casual like khakis, that kind of thing. So I'm going to be scouring the Sew Frugal videos to find out which pattern is going to work best for me. Speaking of other creators that are making Sew Frugal videos, I wanted to mention Catherine over at Onyx Art Studios. She also has a video going up today sharing some free patterns. I'll leave her information down below so you can make sure you check out her video and see what you think. Now the last thing I'm thinking is some underwear. I am in desperate need of new underwear, and if you've been around a little while, you know I got a huge lingerie haul back at the end of 2022, so I need to sew some of that up, and I found a really cute pattern. So these are these cheeky lace panties from So Easy. They come in a few sizes up to from a 32-inch to 43-inch hip, so I think I'm going to try that out. May not be as part of this challenge, but I already have the pattern printed and ready to go. It didn't have a projector file, but it's only 3 pieces of paper, very, very simple. And it recommends 4 to 6.5 inch lace. Now, the only lace that I had from that whole haul that was close to that was this multicolored floral, and it's actually, I think it's actually 3.5 inches. It might not even be 4 inches. So I'm going to try it with this and see. I think that it will be okay because I do have problems with underwear fitting me specifically in the rise, so I should be able to have no problem with this. I do have one other cut, I guess, that was the right width, but there wasn't enough to make the panties, so I'm going to use this. And all that other lace is wider or narrower. The wider stuff because I bought it to make bras with, so I also need to get on that. Hopefully very, very soon. And if you're looking for more free underwear patterns, I'm going to link the At First Blush kind of a list, I guess, of free underwear patterns. I thought it was a really good one. And then there's also another website I wanted to mention called Life So Savory, and there's a ton of free patterns on that website as well. Never tried them, but I did think that they were interesting. I think that's all I have for today. Make sure you go and check out some of those other Sew Frugal videos. And if you do decide to participate in this challenge, I'm not really gonna be able to see it on Instagram, but you can leave me a comment and let me know what you make or what you're planning to make. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you're really into free patterns and sewing from your stash, and subscribe if you want to see my next video. Thanks again. Bye.